This is Chris from Molineux, Norway. Minutes after the end of the game of the 1-1 draw home to Forest, and I have to say, although what I will say is this season's gone much better than expected, and generally I'm satisfied. I am absolutely furious after that. Now, yet again, a team struggling, a team that can't buy a point and is getting hammered every week has come to us, and generous old Wolves have given them a point. That was utter rubbish, and let's call it what it is. The left side was a massive problem today. Totti and Bueno, they just weren't up to it. Normally Totti's great, I love him, but that was utter garbage today. Bueno, he had an injury, he's come back for a couple of games. I think that's his third game back, and he has been absolutely terrible in all three of the games. And let's call it what it is. Most of the season, you would have to say Gary O'Neill's been pretty good regarding substitutions and tactics, I would have to say today, but he didn't get it right. One of the left-sided players should have been took off after 30 minutes because it clearly was the problem. And I think he missed that there. And then we bring Doherty on. Full respect of the part he's played in our rise up to the Premier League and what he's done, but that was equally awful. So we take off two players who are bloody awful. Well, one player was bloody awful on the left side, and we put on another who's just as bad, if not even worse. So that didn't solve any problems. I think obviously Lamina going off injured was a big blow for us. We're not very good without him. We're not as good without him. Second half, what did we create? We had so much ball. We created absolutely nothing. It was just a passing back and forth in defence. Very statuesque. Poor movement today. Go away, stupid goal. Could have given away two more stupid goals, in all fairness. People say a point in the Premier League is never a bad result. That's a terrible result. And the reason it's a terrible result is it's a terrible performance. And I just don't see any need for it. I can't see any reasons for that. And I'm getting wound up now, so I'm gonna call it a day. Wolves 1, Nottingham Forest 1.
Hey Dave, Wolfman Jeff here on the porch, which has got Christmas trees and stuff here. Kind of a tepid review because it was kind of a tepid match. And I guess I'm not putting the full energy because I don't think they did. It's a points fair. It's disappointing because of that. Because in every case, every way, we should have been walking away with 3 points. Fair play to Forest. To be honest, Forest, who was much more poor than us, but they wanted it more. Maybe it's the fact that they knew that their coach was in the hot seat and we're trying to save him. I don't know. Forest actually started fairly well at the beginning. Of course, they got that early goal, and a lot of that is pointed to, I think, some poor defending. I don't think I've ever complained about Totti, but that was his least impressive game in a Wolf shirt. I think Saul should have also kind of gotten that, but I think shouldn't have even gotten to that point. Hats off to Dawson in his valiant attempt to try to save it at the very last second, which didn't work. I do say that I was quite pleased to see that we didn't sit on our laurels after that first goal. And then we finally turned things around in the second half. I was impressed with the Cunha goal. And the rest of the first half, it looked like we were moving in the right direction. So I was thinking things were going to look good in the second half. And then it just kind of just turned blah. I know Forrest was playing compact, making it difficult to get in there, but still, we're a lot better than them. So usually when you equalize, it feels like it feels like a draw is a win. In this case, a draw totally felt like a loss. So I guess one consolation is we don't change at all on the table because everyone else had similar types of results and people didn't move around too much, but those were 3 points that we really should have gotten. Onward, upwards. Boy, I can't wait for Ryan Ain't to come back. I wasn't impressed with Hugo.
Hey Dave, David Neil Post here. I'm here in Paris. It's very noisy, as you can see. I hope you can hear me. We just drew 1-1 with Forest. We didn't lose. so that's a good thing, especially after getting them the opening goal. It always seems like we start a goal down these days, either because we show up absolutely inept for the first 10 or 15 minutes and give up a goal, or because VAR decides we're going to start one goal down. So it was good that we rolled with it and fought back our way back into the game. Really nice goal from Cunha and Sarabia. So well done everybody for doing that. But then we just didn't kick on from that. And honestly, it's good we didn't lose today, but we really need to be putting teams like Forest to the sword. You know, not 7, 8, 9-0 or anything, but we need to be going into games like this saying, yeah, we're going to win, and it's going to be 2-3-4-5-1, 2-3-0. So we're still a team in transition. We didn't lose. We got a good point. We're working towards keeping our Premier League status and giving O'Neill another year to work with us. So mission accomplished. I think this season is a bit of a write-off. So it's not the worst result in the world, but you would hope that next time we play Forest at home, if they're still in the Premier League, then we'll have slightly higher sights than we did tonight. So decent result, not horrible, but we're hanging in there, and we'll go on to the next one, won't we? Right. Cheers, mate.
Hey Dave, Noah here from Monterey, California. So it ends, Wolves 1, Forest 1. Yeah, this game was quite interesting. It had its attacking periods, and it has defensive periods for Wolves. In particular, the second half. It was just quite weird, considering we went into the half, we had dominated possession from the 15th minute on, from when Forest scored their first goal, which I think is a very cheap goal we gave up. I don't know who it was at the back stick who was defending the header, but they could have definitely done better. It was Semedo, that's who it was. He just couldn't rise up, couldn't head it away. I think Saw could have done better. I think Saw could have definitely done better. But then as well, Saw did make a good save, a kick save against, I forget his name. I don't know if it's Kuyate or not, who he made a save against. But yeah, Saw kind of came up big there in that instance. And then, of course, Cunha gets the equalizer. Very, very well-worked goal. I mean, that looked like prime Barca. It looked like prime Barca. It was really, really well-worked. And it was a good response. And then the second half came around, and we just kind of looked a bit out of it. For the first 20 to 25 minutes, we allowed Forest to have a majority of the ball, a lion's share of possession. And we didn't really take it to them as much as we should have. And because of that, we just didn't get a whole lot of chances. The only chance we really had was the Cunha shot. And then his second chance was blocked. Wang had a penalty shout. And that's, you look at it, and we've had VAR decisions go against us. That's a tough one, but I think it was the correct call from the referee in the end, unfortunately. If I had to go for man of the match, I would say Cunha. He was good again. And then overall match rating, I'd probably have to give it a 6.5. Just very kind of middle of the road, pedestrian at times. And yeah, I mean, I'll take the point considering the circumstances. And we're still sitting on 19 points, and we've got a big game coming up in 8 days. So we're back at it again. And anyways, always Wolves. Take care, everyone.